Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Chinese ninja warrior with your heart so cold. Sub-Zero.
Hey, welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome back to Winter is Coming. Today, we're taking a look at Sub-Zero. This guy was a ninja who first appeared in Mortal Kombat, the arcade fighting game from 1992. Wait, that doesn't look like a ninja? That doesn't look like a ninja at all! Oh, god damn it! I'm supposed to talk about a G.I. Joe character called Sub-Zero, aren't I? So, put on this costume for nothing. Oh, well, fine. I'll work with what I'm given, not with what I want. This figure was released with all original body parts in 1990. That date is important since it's 2 years before Mortal Kombat came out. Meaning this is a rare occasion when Hasbro wasn't ripping something off. This figure sure is not... Excuse me. This figure sure is commendable. I could have also gone for winning, according to Thesaurus.com. Although there's something just off about this guy's appearance. I can't quite put my finger on it. Wait, I've got it. It's the colors. Well, one color really. It's baby blue. Combine that with his cap and you get, well, this. Yeah, he looks like a baby. And a really grumpy baby, too. Who's a grumpy boy? Who's a grumpy boy? You are! Yes, you are! Yeah, and I could have used a picture of a real baby here, but I'm not comfortable stealing babies. Wait. Sorry, that should have read stealing pictures of babies. I'm totally fine with stealing real babies. Wait, no. You didn't hear anything. So, we've got Will Sub-Zero here. And you know what? I think I now know where they got the idea for Mortal Kombat Babalities from. Anyway, Sub-Zero really benefits from customization. Just put a different head on him to make him less laughable. He does come with a neat set of accessories, including a machine gun, a mortar, and even freaking mortar shells. Always nice when they add those. His backpack is a bit unwieldy though. Sub-Zero got one more toy in the original line, in 1993, and it was a straight repaint. This figure was a mail-in exclusive and part of a set, so you couldn't buy him in stores. The set was called Arctic Commandos, and included him, DJ, Stalker, and the Snow Serpent. That doesn't really seem fair now, does it? 3 Joes ganging up on one guy. As far as his looks go, this figure is a big improvement over the original. At least I'm not getting any more baby vibes off him. The only downside is that his deep blue color scheme is less effective camouflage in the snow. I mean, that is why most G.I. Joe Cold Weather guys wear white. His cool and original accessories are gone. They've just been replaced with one generic gun. And those were the only toys ever released of Sub-Zero. Yep, and there was never again a G.I. Joe character called Sub-Zero. I wonder why. It should come as no surprise to you that the second version is my favorite, though in a perfect world he'd have come with the original's accessories. With that said, let's find out if he's a big baby when it comes to his character, starting with the file card. Well, what do you know? We've got another huge jerk here. I can describe him in just one word. Mean. And I can use just one word because the file card goes to great lengths to emphasize how mean he is. And I quote, He beat all records for cold weather endurance solely based on meanness.
Meanness is in all caps, by the way.
We're talking maximum meanness.
Once again, the file card uses all caps.
This card is shouting at me.
And do you want to know why he's so mean?
Because he hates the cold.
That's right, you heard me correctly. He's a cold weather specialist that can't stand the cold.
That's like becoming a lifeguard even though you hate getting wet.
And just how much does he dislike the cold? Well, the file card is kind enough to tell us.
He hates it to the max!
With Max in all caps, of course. Yeah, I did mention this guy was created in 1990, right? And you can tell the decade really started revving this up here. To the max! Yeah, welcome to the 90s, folks. You may, at this point, be wondering why he continues being a goddamn cold weather trooper if he hates it so much. Well, it's because his hate makes him mean, and he likes being mean. Apparently, fear doesn't lead to anger, nor does anger lead to hate. The true way to the dark side is being in temperatures below freezing. Well, at least this explains why his facial expression is so grumpy.
His second file card isn't actually his.
Yeah, it's one card for all 4 figures from the mail-in, much like the International Action Force I've talked about before. Sub-Zero is the mission commander, and the card talks about them having to fight snow serpents on Mount Everest because Cobra has put a huge freaking laser on top of it.
It's always lasers with Cobra, isn't it? Think outside the box for once. Even if the box is made out of lasers.
The laser is a threat because it can strike major cities and military bases all over the world.
So, in the G.I. Joe universe, the Earth is flat, I guess.
Because otherwise you couldn't really hit all that much with it, no matter high up a mountain you put it, since the Earth is normally, curved.
And I honestly can't tell if the G.I. Joe Earth being flat would answer more questions than it raises.
Anyway, moving on, as far as I can tell, Sub-Zero never appeared in the comics. Or if he did, it was in so small a role that the internet didn't mention it. So there's nothing to say there. He did, however, show up in an episode of the Deke cartoon series, named Cold Shoulder.
So, let's take a look at one of the meanest, nastiest mofos to ever join the Joe team.
Who's there?
Sub-Zero reporting for duty, sir.
What?
Actually, Sarge, Stretcher and I are the ones who are going to relieve you. Cubby? This little guy's an orphan, with no one to look after him.
He's actually a pleasant goofball who loves polar bear cubs. Yeah, this is bazooka levels of character switcheroo. And that's the only episode he was really featured in. It's another one of those famous Deke moves where a character shows up, goes, "Hi there, please buy my toy, okay thanks, bye," and you never see him again. So lazy, so lazy. Well, that was Sub-Zero. In conclusion, his second figure was excellent, while his first made him look like a big baby. And I think that's the real reason he was so mean, because they dressed him like a frickin' infant. If you go by the file card explanation, then he's mean because he hates the cold and likes being mean, so then he's just a nut job.
See you next time, everybody.